Hi, my name is Tempest and welcome to my temple. In this sacred space, we use tarot journaling and astrology to transform everyday life. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm planning now. So if you're new here, I have been a bullet journaler, a planner here on YouTube for years, and things have changed. And now, like, this is nothing new. Things change a lot for me. So much so that I've actually had people comment and be like, you changed too much. And I'm like, I don't care. Fine. So, this change is really big. It's huge. And it is the best thing I have figured out yet. Because, so here we have, this was my most recent journal that tried to be like a bullet journal. I like alluded and teased to changes when I filmed my journaling inspo video, which you can check out, linked in the description box down below. That one will have already posted. And so I took a cauldron month and everything changed, literally everything. And it was like this most perfect evolution. Again, I've asked in a previous video, I'm batch filming right now, so I don't know which one it was, but I asked in a previous video, if you would like to hear me talk about my cauldron month and what that process was like, let me know in the comments down below. I haven't decided if I want to yet. I would like to know if it's a thing that would be of interest for my thoughts and considerations. So anyway, I've been journaling for years and I haven't stopped journaling. Don't worry. But I've always struggled to plan in my journals. Planning in general has always been a struggle. Productivity has always been a struggle. And I know that's such a fucking buzzword. Don't even get me started. Or don't even get myself started. Bad self. Anyway. But some huge things have changed. Number one, I started meds for my mental health. I'm on SSRIs now. I love them. They have really helped me. I can't fully explain it. And if I think too hard about it, I start to like tear up because it's like a light turned on in my brain and it's wonderful. If you hear that, it's my dog sneezing, sorry. And a thing that happens, so let's start in here. I was trying to do planning in here, like bullet journal style planning. And what happened is what always happens, where I would set things up and I would never fucking do anything. Look at all those forward arrows. And then right in, let's see, where was it? Bunch of forward arrows again. Here is where I was trying something different. I did a bunch of forward arrows and then almost immediately you'll notice June 10th to 16th, June 17th to 23rd, I decided to try a different weekly setup. And I was like, all right, cool. I set this up and then was like, I don't know if this works, and where is it? Then set this up. Notice June 17th, June 23rd. Because I've been trying, now that I know what work I'm doing, I've been trying to figure out how to actually help myself be accountable to do the work I want to do. And it was in this week that I don't even remember how it happened. Let's see if this, I don't even fully, like, legit don't even fully remember how it happened. Oh yes, but then I did some journaling where I was talking about things that I was doing moving forward. And I made a big task list. And let's see. Did I have any weekly pages? This is my newest journal. I did. So here I was trying to do July. I was doing some planning. Here's a weekly. I did like it. Here's a different weekly. I did like it, but then I was like, it just wasn't quite working. And you'll notice no more weeklies. I can't remember how it happened, but a big thing happened. And I started digital planning. Oh dear. I started digital planning. So, let's talk about it. Because this is far and away the thing that has worked the most for me for productivity. So let me settle in and get this all set up so you can see what's going on my screen here. So I started digital planning. This is a Samsung tablet and I use the Samsung Notes, and how it started was, it started actually a little bit before this, very, very beginning of June or July. I started with, whoopsies. I started with trying to think my thoughts. I'm planning and wanting to do a video where I talk about specifically like how I think and how digital planning, why it works for my brain. How come it has worked for my brain where other things haven't. Because it truly has. I have been getting so much done. And so I'm just going to scroll a little while I talk about this. I started by just trying to think my thoughts, and that's really where it started to click. So maybe I'll talk about this in this video, because as you can see here, I'm doing a lot, because you can get dot grid here. Oh, my dog wants out of the room. See, like, look at that. How cool. So you know what? I guess we will talk about why this works for my brain. I'll probably talk in more detail or more succinct detail later. But it started because I wanted to think my thoughts. Because there's this thing that happens in my brain. I'm neurodivergent. I'm autistic. Who knows if I have other neurodivergences. And I have a whole host of mental health soup. But what happens is I have a thought. And then another thought comes and interrupts it. My thoughts and my brain are not linear. They do not work in a linear way. They can in some ways. It depends on the thing. But what happens with the productivity of trying to figure out how to do my day-to-day life, that's when it's not linear. Once I have a formula that I can follow and just apply the differences of the world each day, that works. And then I can do linear thoughts. So I turned to this to just try and scribble my brain and thoughts. And I realized as I was scribbling my brain and thoughts that the cool thing about digital journaling is every time something interrupted my thought, I could just add a page. And work from that thought. So I began digital planning. This is me planning out my cosmic coven. I did the video intro about this. You can check that out in the description box below. Here's me planning for videos and content, because I can make anything with this. Here's me planning website work that I'm working on. And from here, I've been able to figure out so much. I built my own weekly. Here it is. So this is a weekly format I've used, but now it's digital. The ease with which I can plan and actually work with my brain on digital is unmatched. And it still gives me the effect of writing. I have been doing this since just like a couple weeks now, and I am loving it. So, I mean, I don't really know how to talk to specifically, but like this is the weekly I'm on, and I've gotten so much done, and this isn't even it. So like there's a lot of check marks here. Oh, some of it is my meds, which I didn't check off, which I did take. And it's funny because, whoops, I've always found this satisfying, digital journaling. I've seen little shorts of digital journaling, and I found it extremely satisfying. I finished this today. So while I chat, I'm just going to quickly update this. I found this extremely satisfying. And I love the fact that I can color code it. It's so customizable that it's really perfect for getting it to work for my brain. And I mean, that's the point of journaling, right? The point of planning is that it works for my brain. Otherwise, what's the point? So I have been using this and checking a lot of things off. I'm still learning how, didn't I do this? Format deck and posts. Excuse me as I just do some live updating while I... Yeah. Okay, so I did that. Why didn't I check it off? I don't know. Here's where I am today. I did this already. So I love how user-friendly it is. And when I decide that I need to defer something, I can do that. I also like to put a visual. Here's my dailies I'm using. Let's look at today's, in fact. So I edited this template to fit better for what I liked. I haven't done my new weekly setup yet. But as you can see, I've been batch filming, which takes a while. And I do this plan schedule for the day and then the planned tasks for the day. And I use this for, like, if I think of thoughts that I need to put down so I don't forget them. Oops. Then I put them here. And then at the end of the day, they either become tasks for later or whatnot. I'm still developing it. And then I always have a blank page available for me to do rambling thoughts, which is, that's really the thing that's been helping it work. I want to get this more developed before I share, like, in detail how this works for me. And I'm like talking with my hands and I'm just realizing in post and editing this is going to be funny. but I love how easy it is. This really brings ease of allowing me to get shit done. So in case you're wondering, the way I've divided it, because I do still have my journal, which I do still use, because another thing is I got rid of all my old filled journals. So let's set up for Sunday while we talk here. When I saw Jessica Starr do a journal burning, I had this feeling like, fuck, I'm gonna have to do that at some point. Not necessarily a burning per se, but I knew I was gonna have to do something. Where is my pink or my purple? Sorry if you're hearing my Discord. Let me close that. There you go. So I knew that dealing with my journals like that was a thing that I was going to do at some point. But it didn't end up being, I wasn't sure when it would be the thing I did. And so, but I felt it this year. I felt it earlier, and then I almost did it, and then I didn't, and then I felt it again, and then I was like, yeah, no, I need to do this. I didn't burn my journals, but let's see, what have I got going on tomorrow? I've got a live with my Cosmic Coven and D&D. All right. So I was like, I don't know. I just kind of felt it coming. If you want to understand more of what this here is about, then check out my video on my Cosmic Coven intro. I'll link it in the description box below, because that's where I talk all about it. It's my YouTube channel membership. Oh, shoot. Also, my son's going for a sleepover tomorrow, so we have to drop him off. Like 4-ish. Boop. So when I did that, it really cleared up, and it was like, the way I've ended up dividing it is, I mean, that's a glimpse into this. I'm going to show more of this, but for now, the way I ended up dividing it was actually pretty straightforward. As I've learned, my brain works very well event-based. So, and I need clear, just simple, easy to follow instructions. And this is quite easy because I still have my journal and I love it. And the way I decide what goes where is whether or not I want to keep the record of it. If there is something that I am doing that I would like to keep the record of it, I put it in my journal. Paper copy. If there is something that I am doing that once I'm done, I don't care about the record, it goes in my tablet. So in that video, like scrolling, you would have seen things like list planning for my son's birthday. This is for tracking my meds. Once I know, like, I just need this so I don't accidentally take too many meds. Like, these are over-the-counter things. This is a task list, which currently you can see is being very well used. But, like, once I've done it, I don't need to, I don't know what I'm doing. This is for my son's birthday party. Once I've planned this, I don't need this list anymore. This was me thinking doing some brainstorming, so that way I can work on cleaning my space. Won't need that anymore. I don't need the record of the stuff I do, like my tasks, because I have the evidence to show me that. So like my dailies, I don't care to keep them once they've passed. I'm keeping them for a certain cycle, which I'm still determining. But once they've passed, I don't need to keep them. This can be deleted, in fact. And this can be deleted. So if I am doing something and I don't care to keep it, like if I don't need the record of my thoughts, if I don't want it, if it's not a tarot reading, it goes here in my tablet. Like once I've done this, like this is work stuff, so I am going to keep a digital copy of it. But once I've done this, I don't need it. I don't need it in a physical journal. So that's what I use that for. I don't know why I closed it. I haven't finished my daily planning. I'm not finishing it now. I'm just quickly showing you how I'm planning. So then in here, we get all the stuff I want to keep. So we have stuff that's reflections, personal development, stuff that I want to look back on and be able to see my growth and changing. Tarot readings, astrology. It's essentially magic and mundane. The magic does leak into the mundane because I work with magic. I do that. So like I'd set these pages up for July. I had a tab. I literally cut it off. That's why there's a space here. Because I started the digital planning. And so what I've done here is I kept the title page, and I'm going to be doing annual perfection work, but I'm doing that with the sun season, so it's getting realigned. And I'm going to be setting that stuff up tomorrow. I'm very excited. And if I have spreads that will help support me in my work with the sun season, it would go in here. Here's a spread where I just write memories, so that goes there. Here's that weekly. But so that's the distinguishing, is once this thing is done, once this list is completed, once these tasks are done, will I want to keep it? If the answer is yes, it goes in the journal. This, I love. This is my moon tracking. I'm going to talk about this in a video, I think, because this I'm looking back on to see larger patterns. So I want to keep this. And like once I reach a point where I don't care to keep doing it, I can just stop doing it and it's no big deal, but I want the record of it. So this is where I get all the supportive stuff. Here's some stuff I've planned out. I've got to finish this, but this is actually being very frustrating. So yeah, that is the quick little update video on how I'm planning now. I definitely need to know from y'all if you want to see more, like if you would be interested in digital planning and journaling content. I'm planning to do some because it has been so wildly successful for me that I definitely want to talk about it and how it's helped, because I think if I can think of the words to put to it, I think this could really help other people as well. So let me know in the comments down below if that is a thing you would be interested in seeing more content of. But for now, I have to let you go here. Thank you so much for joining me here in the temple today. A huge shout out and thank you to all my subscribers, my Cosmic Coven members, and my clients who make my work possible. If you'd like to be one of them, then hit that subscribe button down below. Click the join button to check out the Cosmic Coven, and you can find my website linked in the description box below. To check out more videos like the one you've just watched, be sure to check out the goodies on the end screen. There's always lots of them. And thank you again so much for watching. And as always, lots of love. Bye!